Some towns in America are so desperate for people, they'll hand you land, waive your taxes, and practically bake you a pie just for moving in. Sounds like a scam, right? Nope, these deals are real. From ghost towns with broadband to prairie cities that pay you to start a family, the race to repopulate small-town America is getting wild. But here's the twist. Some offers are brilliant, others are borderline tragic. So grab your coffee, because we're counting down 10 US towns with land deals you've never heard of, ranked from the maybe to the move there now. And trust me, it's not what you think. 10. Claremont, Minnesota. Claremont sits quietly between Owatonna and Rochester, Minnesota. Population just over 500. It looks like the kind of place where time stopped around 1983 and nobody complained. The air smells like cornfields and freshly cut grass. You'd think offering free land here would cause a stampede, right? Nope, the town literally gave away residential lots and still couldn't find takers. Back in the early 2000s, a developer built one house in a 15-home subdivision, then vanished faster than a snowflake in July. Stuck with empty lots and debt, city leaders got creative. Free land to anyone willing to build. The catch? Income restrictions. No more than $74,000 for a family of two, and a $1,000 admin fee. Basically, Claremont wanted working families, not developers flipping lots for profit. On paper, it's a dream. Short commute to Rochester's job market, quiet neighborhoods, and small-town safety. But reality hit hard. There's no nightlife, no Starbucks, and the grocery store closes before sunset. Even with signs along Highway 14 begging people to build here free, applications barely trickled in. One city clerk even admitted there's no catch, but also no takers. It's not that Claremont isn't charming, it's that charm alone doesn't pay the bills. Still, if you've ever wanted to own land where the loudest sound is your neighbor's lawnmower, Claremont's waiting. Just don't expect a line behind you. 9. Flagler, Colorado. Drive 110 miles east of Denver and you'll hit Flagler, a tiny high plains town where the horizon never ends and tumbleweeds are your neighbors. Population, about 600. It's the kind of place where everyone waves, and the local drama involves whose cow wandered into whose field. But here's the shocker. Flagler's giving away land, hundreds of acres, absolutely free. Before you start packing, there's a twist. This land isn't for cozy homes with white picket fences, it's for businesses. The town set aside nearly 480 acres, strictly for companies willing to create jobs. You want a solar farm? A machine shop? A llama-based tech startup? If it brings employment, Flagler will literally hand you the dirt to build it on. They've already laid the groundwork. Sewer lines, utilities, even a small airport. The mayor's dream? Turn the town into a rural hub for manufacturing or renewable energy. But it's not exactly plug and play. Finding workers out here can feel like assembling IKEA furniture without instructions. And then there's the weather. Blizzards, dust storms, and winds strong enough to rearrange your entire porch set. Still, the deal is real. Companies that qualify get free acreage, no hidden fees, and a chance to shape a town's future. Locals joke that Flagler's main export used to be boredom, but now it's opportunity. If you're an entrepreneur with a big idea and bigger patience, Flagler's rolling out the red carpet, or rather 480 acres of it. 8. La Villa, Texas. Head south to the Rio Grande Valley, and you'll find La Villa, a sun-baked town where the air feels like hot syrup and the horizon glows orange every evening. It's tiny, about 3,000 people, with more cows than cafes. But don't let its quiet fool you. This town's making headlines for one of the boldest offers in Texas, free residential land. Sounds amazing until you read the fine print. The city's offering 91 plots, no purchase price, no gimmicks, but under a strict 5-year lease rule. You have to build fast, live there, and not sell for 5 years. Break the rule, you pay the city a penalty. It's their way of saying, we'll give you the land if you promise to love us back. La Villa sits about 20 miles from the Mexican border, surrounded by sugarcane and citrus fields. Jobs? Scarce. You'll probably need remote work or a daily commute to McAllen or Harlingen. Amenities? Let's just say the gas station doubles as a social club, but the cost of living is rock bottom. The sunsets are cinematic, and the food, from roadside tacos to homemade tamales, is worth the humidity. It's not for everyone. The summers hit 100 degrees Fahrenheit before breakfast, and the only nightlife might be a chorus of crickets. But for those craving quiet, culture, and a place to build without mortgage chains, La Villa's deal is the real thing. Free land, southern skies, and a promise. Stay 5 years, and the dirt's yours forever. 7 Argyle, Minnesota. Argyle is the kind of town you can drive through in 2 minutes and still wave at everyone twice. Tucked into the far northwest corner of Minnesota, it has fewer than 600 residents and one very strange sales pitch. Land for $1. Yeah, one actual US dollar. The same price as a gas station coffee or a sad vending machine sandwich. Here's the deal. Argyle's been doing this for 15 years. You pay your dollar, sign some papers, and the town hands you a build-ready lot about 1/3 of an acre. You've got a year to start your house, 2 years to finish it. No gimmicks, no secret clause demanding your firstborn. Just build something livable and call it home. But this isn't HGTV paradise. You're paying for your own hookups, permits, and construction costs. There's no Starbucks, no Uber Eats, and the nearest movie theater might be in another time zone. Yet, there's something magnetic about Argyle's quiet. People move here because they're done with chaos. They want mornings filled with church bells, not sirens, and the kind of neighbors who bring over pie just because they saw your porch light flicker. So why does Argyle still have empty lots after all these years? Maybe it's the snow that hits like divine punishment. Maybe it's the silence that feels like a meditation retreat gone too far. Or maybe folks just don't realize that for the cost of a single lottery ticket, you can literally own land. $1, one chance at peace, and maybe one very cold winter. 6 Osborne, Kansas. If Wide Open Skies had an address, it'd be Osborne, Kansas. About 1,300 people, 2 stoplights, and sunsets so wide they look fake. It's peaceful, it's cheap, and here's the kicker, they're giving away land. Big land. Like, enough space to build a house and a small dream, kinda big. The town's Sunset Edition offers residential lots averaging half an acre, free, but you know there's always a catch. To keep things legit, Osborne makes you sign a contract with a builder within 6 months and start construction within a year. Miss the deadline? The deal evaporates faster than rain on a July afternoon. The city also requires your home to be at least 1,400 square feet. Translation: no tiny homes, no trailers, no minimalist zen sheds. They want families who'll stick around. Here's where it gets funny. Locals warn newcomers about the sewer situation. The line's so shallow, you can't have a full basement drain. So yeah, your dream home might come with a few plumbing plot twists. But look past that, and Osborne's deal is gold. Quiet streets, a golf course, a regional hospital, and skies so clear they feel photoshopped. It's not for everyone. You'll drive an hour for the nearest Walmart and learn to wave at tractors on the highway. But you'll also fall asleep to crickets instead of traffic, and that's a trade most city folks secretly crave. Osborne isn't selling hype, just space, silence, and sunsets, and sometimes that's enough. 5 Mankato, Kansas. Not to be confused with the bigger college town in Minnesota, this Mankato is Kansas small-town gold. Population under 900 and probably 800 of them know your name. It's quiet, rural, and yes, it's giving away free land. The Johnson Addition program sounds official, but it's basically a small-town handshake with paperwork. The city owns 26 lots, all free, for anyone ready to build a real house. The rules are simple, but serious. Your home must be at least 1,200 square feet, come with a 2-car garage, and construction has to start within 6 months. They even take modular homes, as long as they're not mobile. Here's the twist. Mankato isn't desperate, it's strategic. The town wants families who will bring life back to its school, fill the bleachers at Friday night games, and shop at the local grocery instead of driving to Beloit. Every kid that enrolls literally helps fund the school district. It's a community investment, not just a land grab. Life here's slow in the best way. There's a local golf course, an annual threshing bee festival where tractors are practically celebrities, and neighbors who still wave when you pass. Fiber optic internet keeps remote workers plugged in, even from their porch swing. Sure, job options are limited, and winters feel like punishment from the prairie gods, but the payoff is peace. Actual, full-bodied peace. If you've ever wanted to live where your mortgage is a handshake and your backyard's measured in acres, Mankato's the kind of small-town gamble that pays off in quiet dividends. For Hallstatt, Minnesota. Most towns start free land programs. Hallstatt, Minnesota just never stopped. This Red River Valley town of 600 people has been offering free housing lots since the mid-1990s. That's almost 3 decades of saying, please, someone build a house here. And honestly, it's a good deal. Hallstatt will hand you a residential lot, about 1/3 of an acre, and throw in free water, sewer, and electrical hookups for the first 75 feet. They'll even cover 5 years of city property taxes. All you have to do is build a home valued at $175,000 or more. No shacks, no shortcuts. It's quiet country life, surrounded by sugar beet fields and sky so flat you can see weather coming from the next county. Fargo's 45 minutes away if you miss the sound of traffic. The town's got a grocery, cafe, and the occasional tractor parade. Residents host Pumpkin Fest, fish on the Red River, and wave like it's a reflex. One woman told a reporter she and her husband picked Hallstatt over paying $70,000 for a city lot elsewhere, and never looked back. Of course, winters here don't play nice. It's the kind of cold that bites your eyelashes and questions your life choices. But that's part of Hallstatt's charm. Survival builds community. When you shovel snow at dawn and your neighbor shows up with coffee and a plow, you start to understand what home really means. So yeah, Hallstatt's been giving away land for 30 years. Maybe it's time someone finally took the hint. 3, Middle River, Minnesota. Middle River sounds like the setup for a Hallmark movie nobody funded. It's tiny, barely 300 people, and tucked way up near the Canadian border. The locals call it the Goose Capital of Minnesota, which tells you everything and nothing at the same time. But here's what makes it wild. The town gives you free land, and then keeps piling on bonuses like an Oprah episode. You get a 100 by 300 foot lot, a free building permit, and 2 years of free water and sewer. They'll even pay for your electrical hookup, toss in a membership to the Sportsman's Club, and hand you a $100 gift card to the local tavern. And just when you think it's over, you get free tickets to their annual country music festival and a subscription to the town newspaper. It's basically rural America's version of a welcome basket, if the basket included plumbing. There's a catch, of course. You have to build a house at least 1,500 square feet, live in it, and make under 6 figures a year. It's for working families, not vacation home collectors. But people love it. There's fishing, goose hunting, and neighbors who actually stop to chat instead of waving from inside a Prius. Winters? Brutal? Shopping? Limited? But peace and quiet? Guaranteed. You might freeze your eyelashes in January, but you'll do it while owning free land, a local newspaper, and bragging rights as the only person you know who got paid in tavern coupons to move somewhere. To Grafton, Illinois. Now this one's cinematic. Picture limestone bluffs rising above the Mississippi River, vineyards clinging to the hills, and a marina full of boats that probably have names like Misadventure. That's Grafton, Illinois, a postcard town with one serious offer. Buy a lot for $5,000, build a house, and they'll give you your money back. After devastating floods in 1993 and 2019, Grafton reinvented itself on higher ground. The city built a new subdivision called Grafton Hills, above the floodplain this time, and decided to refund the entire lot price once you complete your home within 3 years. Miss the deadline, and they'll still buy it back for $4,000. So the worst case scenario, you lose $1,000. The best? You own a bluff-top home for free. This place is gorgeous. Think winding roads, river views, and wineries that look like they were designed by Pinterest. It's part resort, part small-town America, where everyone waves and the biggest argument happens over who makes the best fried catfish. The town's even got one of only 22 5-anchor marinas in the entire US. The catch? You'll need flood insurance for anything near the river, and tourist season turns the streets into a scenic traffic jam of selfie takers. But when the crowds leave, the peace returns, and your front porch overlooks 2 rivers colliding under the evening sun. Free land? Not quite. But a full refund and a view that looks like money? That's the Grafton guarantee. 1. Manila, Iowa. If most Freeland towns sound like desperate sales pitches, Manila, Iowa feels like a warm handshake. It's got about 775 residents, rolling hills, and the kind of main street that looks like a Norman Rockwell painting. If Rockwell had included high-speed fiber internet, Manila's secret weapon is the Sunrise Edition Phase 2. 16 residential lots on the northeast edge of town, all completely free. Streets are paved, lights are up, utilities ready to go, no hookup fees. And once you build, you get a 5-year, 100% property tax abatement. It's one of the most complete small-town deals in the country. The setup's simple: build a single-family home and follow the subdivision's guidelines. In return, you get safety, silence, and space. The local school district is solid, the parks are clean, and neighbors still wave at stop signs. There's a community center with a gym, a local library, and more charm than you'd expect from a town with fewer people than a city block. It's not all perfect. Job options are thin, and the closest mall's about an hour away. But that's kind of the point. People move here for quiet mornings, slow weekends, and a sky full of stars. One resident said it best: "We don't have rush hour, just sunrise." So yeah, Manila doesn't just give you land, it gives you room to breathe. And in 2025, America, that's worth more than gold. These towns aren't just giving away land, they're offering second chances, places where silence replaces sirens and sunsets last longer than your commute. Sure, some come with snowdrifts or mosquitoes the size of nickels, but that's the price of peace. So, which deal would you take? The Dollar Dream, the River View, or the Goosetown giveaway? Drop your pick below. I'm reading everyone.